wanted to share something that happened recently. My dog and I were woken up by the sound of a car crash. And I knew that's what it was. It shook the ground, so I ran to my window and I looked out. Couldn't see anything. There were too many buildings in the way of my view, so I knew it though. I knew that it was right there on the corner of my street. I just knew it, And immediately I just knew to pray for whoever was involved. And so then I went outside to look, and sure enough, it was right there on the corner. And by the time I got outside, there was already other neighbors that were running out there. And then I saw the cops. And then I saw the ambulance. Things like that have been happening a lot in my neighborhood. And just in the last couple years, I'll say. Even last year, when somebody was driving super fast down the road and they hit a couple trees across the street from us and flew down into the neighbor's yard, kind of catty-corner to us. And, if there were children outside or something, they could have hit someone. People they don't think. They're not slow to think nowadays. And I know that there's always been people who like to speed up and down neighborhood streets, but you can even hear it now. Someone's doing it now. It's like they fly up and down our road and they don't take any thought of any children or adults or whoever could be outside walking or in their yard. They fly like crazy. They don't care if they can hurt anybody. They're not thinking. And I just see that the world behaves in that manner for the most part. Nobody's really taken into consideration the lives of others or themselves hardly anymore. And it's just sad. I'm just seeing a really sad, broken, evil world. A world that needs a savior. And so many hearts growing cold. I feel bad for parents, a lot of children, a lot of situations, family situations that are just absolutely devastating and heartbreaking, and just the lack of empathy and sympathy from the court system in some cases, I would say in a lot of cases. And just one example, something that happened recently, I won't get into too much details about it, just for the privacy of these people, but someone in our area was having a difficult time with DCFS with their case with their children. It was like a custody case, and I don't know the details. All I know is this man was so heartbroken over how he feels like he had been let down by the court system that he wrote about his heartache on social media and how DCFS and just the court system let him down in his particular case, and he was heartbroken and devastated. And he wanted to be a voice, for other parents who are in similar heartbreaking situations with the court system. And so he wrote about it on his social media pages and then said that he was going to make a public appearance and that he was going to set himself on fire, that he was going to douse himself in gasoline on top of his car, even told the time and place as a heart cry, warning to just the world, to show how unfair he's been treated in his situation with his custody battle and such. And he did just that. He told the time and place. He showed up on top of his car, doused himself in gasoline, and was about to set himself on fire. Had all kinds of different things written on his vehicle about how he had been treated unfair and unjust, and just about the court system. And like I said, and the cops were there. They showed up in time. They grabbed him just as he poured gasoline all over himself, and the cops threw him to the ground, before he could light himself on fire. Situations like that, it just really shows how broken the system is and just how broken people are, you know what I mean? And it just makes me so sad that this is happening, all over the world, in different situations, and just how it's coming to my area. These heartbreaking stories more and more are being everywhere around the U.S. and just around the world in general. I'm sad for the way the world is, and I know that God is too, and He's angry. He's angry that people aren't seeking him to even understand the conditions, the needs of other people, and how people can be a help to others, you know what I mean? And it makes me so sad. It makes me sad for Jesus. It makes me sad for the brokenhearted people who are being treated unfair and unjust by the court system. And just families in general, just how the world is. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. It was very sobering. I thought maybe God could use this to sober you guys up and to really know that God can take our life at any moment, and just really examine yourself of well, what are you doing here? Are you doing the will of God? Are you asking him about the things that are going on in the world, the news stories? Are you asking him for discernment and truth and just what's happening in spirit? And what are you learning? What are you taking from the life that God's given you? What are you taking from it? What are you learning from it? How are you investing that into the lives of those around you? Are you sharing things that God teaches you? Are you grieved? Are you grieved at the state of the world, at the news stories, at things that are happening in your own neighborhoods? You know what I'm saying? I'm just sad, you guys. This world is a dark place, and I just want to plead with you to draw near to Jesus and really seek him for his will, and be there for those who need a savior, who need someone to listen to their broken heart, who need someone to validate their brokenness, and just be there for people, your loved ones. And anyways, thank you for listening. God bless.